Happy May, everyone! My name is 𝘾𝙧𝙚𝙚𝙞 from Stamping with Kelly, and I'm so glad that you're joining me for this online video tutorial. This is my monthly online card club, and so if you're watching this, then you probably have a pack of prepped supplies that look something like this. If you don't, please reach out. I can send them anywhere in Canada. We are going to be crafting a whole bunch of projects from our new catalog. I'm so excited about this catalog. Are you guys enjoying looking through it? It's so different. For those of you who have been stamping for many years, it is definitely the most unique catalog I have ever seen from Stampin' Up, and that's coming from my 17 years as a demonstrator. It's actually my Stampin' Up anniversary tomorrow. So today is Tuesday. Oh man. It's Tuesday, May 21st. If you're watching this live, please comment along. And if you're watching on the replay, please hit watching on the replay, and you can feel free to write your comments down below. You may be watching on Facebook, or you may be watching on YouTube. No matter where you are, please comment along. I love to see who's watching and what you think of everything. Okay, oh, Priscilla, so good to see you. Everything sound good and look clear. I hope. I am so excited to tell you that today, for whatever, 5 more hours, get on your computer right now. Today for 5 more hours, we've got free shipping. It's with a minimum $100 order if you have the order shipped to your house. But if you prefer to have it shipped to my place, you can actually get in on the free shipping with no minimum order. But now we know there's a few like special spots, like sweet spots, I like to call them. So the first one is with a minimum $35 order, you're going to receive your projects for free this month. So that's fabulous, right? You get the products to craft, and then you get the projects. Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble with this tonight. You have the projects to give you inspiration, and you have my tutorial to give you the know-how so that you can figure out how to put it all together. So again, $35, that's going to get you free projects, but you know, you probably want a little bit more than that. And if you bump it up this month, I'm actually going to be doing a special draw. So it's entries with every $25 order increment. And if you place a minimum $100 order, then you're going to get a bonus entry. So you're going to get 5 entries into a product of your choice for 50% off, or a free mini cut and emboss machine. Whoa, right? So place your orders until the end of the night, end of midnight, end of the day today. You guys, I've got this. Have you guys had this before? This is caffeine-free Diet Coke, but I'm going to tell you right now, I just took 2 painkillers upstairs because I have a bit of a headache, and I was hoping that this was going to do me some good, but I might need the caffeine tonight. I don't know. I also just had a little discussion with my son about family rules and wearing helmets and like, why do children try to hurt themselves in every way they possibly can? It drives me absolutely crazy. And then to have these conversations over and over again. Finally, I said, "It's the law!" And he's like, "Well, I didn't know it was the law." Okay, we're going to just use our brain and protect our brain because we like brains. Anyways, okay. We've got free shipping. Let me go to my slides here. Where's my cursor? There we go. Sorry, that was a quick jump. Free shipping with a minimum $100 order. So again, if you're placing your order today, I'm going to be doing the draw tomorrow for that awesome gift, either 50% off a bundle of your choice, or a free mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I should say mini, very clearly, not the big one, the mini one. With $100 or more, you can have it shipped for free to your door. So if you're placing an order for less than that, just contact me right during club. Right after club, I'm going to be putting kids to bed and placing orders like crazy. And so please don't email me at 11:30 because I will be already tucked into bed because I don't have any caffeine in my Coke. Also, we have a special promotion with the $100 minimum order. And that's from me. So in May, if you place a minimum $100 order, and this doesn't have to be tonight, this can be anytime during May, you will actually receive 10 yards of ribbon. It's this gorgeous ribbon. It's retired, but like I said, you can keep using it. The color is still current, and it's so like wide and but light and airy and graphic and beautiful and pretty and sweet. I just love it. So you'll get a full spool of that. And then I wanted to give you a little sampling too of some of our 6" by 6" wood grain paper that we used to have, so that you can compare it to the new paper that we have. So you're going to get a little 6 by 6 sampling of those papers. So if you had your eye on these new in colors, of course, we've got a new catalog this month. It's all like 21 days ago, but I still am so in awe of this catalog. I hope you are too. And I'm so loving these new in colors. One of them is actually a returning core color. That's the pretty in pink. And then we've got 4 new colors. They're so fun and fresh. I just love playing with them. And Stampin' Up! Knew we were going to fall in love with them too. So that's why they've got their starter kit special this month, totally themed around the in colors. You guys, this is the craziest deal ever. It ends up being like over $300 or maybe even more that you get for free with your starter kit. So included in an already fabulous deal, the best deal that you'll ever have, because it already comes with no shipping and no GST. So already you're like, okay, that's a great deal. But when you sign up with the starter kit, you get to choose out $165 of product, and you only pay $135. Crazy good deal, because just that alone is worth over $200 when you factor in what you would have been paying with shipping and GST. So again, no shipping and GST, just the core value of the products, then discounted to $135. Plus, this month, Stampin' Up! Is going to actually throw in some bonus products. So you're going to get the bundle of the new in color stamp pads. You're going to get an assorted pack of cardstock. Oh, sorry, I'm reading them not in the right numerical order. Okay, scratch that. We're going to go down. We're going to get the in color 6 by 6 designer series paper pack. Then go up to number 3 there, you're going to get the assorted cardstock pack. And then number 4 that you're going to get the assorted water-based Stampin' Write markers. Again, this is a crazy good deal. And I think with this, it puts the value up. It's saying here $111.75 value Canadian. They're not factoring in the shipping and handling and GST. So like I said, this is well up over $300 value. If you would like to sign up, this does sign you up to be a demonstrator, but you don't have to do what I do. You can definitely just order through yourself. You'll get a discount. You'll get special demonstrator perks and be a part of some fabulous Facebook groups or inspiration groups that will give you all kinds of answers to your millions of questions and stamping inspiration and a fun community with extra online events. So it's a fabulous thing to do no matter how you slice it. It's just awesome to be a demonstrator. And there's no pressure from me or from Stampin' Up! To remain as a demonstrator. Of course, I'm going to encourage you to get, the best that you can get out of your demonstratorship, but there's no pressure. So just reach out to me. If you have questions, I'd be really happy to go through. Again, I've been a demonstrator now for 17 years as of tomorrow. So you can tell I love it. And there are so many people on my team who just love it as well. When you look in the new catalog, I want you to kind of think in your brain, because Stampin' Up! Is really trying to make it clear to us that there are different ways of stamping. So your needs vary, my needs vary, and I fit into all 3 of these categories. So I don't think this is a way of saying, you're a beginner or you're an advanced. That has nothing really to do with it. No matter what your stamping experience, you can fit into all three of these categories. Now, when you're first getting started, step-by-step stamping is fabulous for giving you a whole bunch of products at your fingertips bundled in one kit. So this is going to be our Paper Pumpkin monthly subscription service kits, which are fabulous to get with free shipping, by the way. You can get prepaid subscriptions today and you'll get free shipping on every single box that gets delivered to you. So there's also our online kits collection, and those, you know what the projects look like, you're purchasing it, you know what the stamp set looks like, whereas Paper Pumpkin, which comes in this cute little orange box, orangey red box, that is a surprise, even to us demonstrators. I don't even know what it looks like until it arrives on my doorstep. So that's really fun. Now, there's also the quick and easy options. And this is kind of like the next step up in terms of like you have a little bit more time, but you're still like wanting it to be really fast stamping. And this has some pre-printed and pre-die cut pieces for you to kind of mix and match and to create your own. So imagine that the step-by-step is how, you know, they've given you the supplies and they've given you the instructions. So these are like connect the dots, right? Then the quick and easy, they've given you the supplies and you create your own projects. So of course, if you are looking for inspiration, go on Pinterest, even a Google search for the product that you're using will bring up a whole bunch of samples. And, but this one here is, they've really nailed it in this catalog. I just love it. So I'm going to show you a whole bunch of things that work with the quick and easy stamping. So these are the ephemera packs. Man, where is my cursor? There it is. Okay, so these are the ephemera packs, and these come in 4 different packages. You can see them actually on, here we go. So in the catalog, there's the different sections as well. So there's the step-by-step crafting. You can just look on the side here, quick and easy options. But on page 19, I want to bring your attention to these ephemera packs, because as a member of my card club, or, you know, as a person who enjoys watching my tutorials or even receiving my prepped project kits, these are going to be so fabulous for you. My absolute favorite is this Saying Something ephemera pack. For $11, you're going to get 2 sheets of all of these different patterns. So this one here has a whole bunch of different sayings. They're cut really close to the writing. So again, 2 of each of those. Then you've got some of these cursive and some more cursive. And you can mix and match these. You can put a little bit of adhesive on there. And then these ones here are just like little rectangles. How cute, right? So that to me is like a no-brainer, because what do I give you every single month? I give you projects that are prepped that need stamped sayings. Well, guess what? You can get a million different sayings without having to buy one stamp set, just with this ephemera pack. And again, $11, I think it's amazing value too. So this is the Something for Everything ephemera pack. And this one comes with, again, 2 sheets of all of these different patterns. And you've got no text in this one. It's all just graphic. So I love this cute little doggy. You've got butterflies, you've got cute little rainbows. You've even got some that are not colored in. So I like that, you know, they've got lots of color on here to make it easy for you. But then there's some that are just in black and white as well. Or like this one here with a pop of color. That's really cute, right? You've got frames, you've got little coffees. Look at this cute little cat. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm like a broken record. I was chatting with Barbara, my friend, last night, and she pointed out at the bottom of page 21, look at that with the cute little cat and dog on there. If you're looking for inspiration, this is a great page. So on page 20 and 21, you can see how they put together this quick and easy options. So at the top here, this is just using the cards and envelopes and the ephemera pack sentiments. So that would be start with cards and envelopes. You choose whichever one you want, add an ephemera pack, and they were just using the saying something one. So that just has sayings. This one here uses the cards and envelopes, again, your choice, the ephemera pack sentiments, and then some images of your choice. So some of these ones here. And then the cards and envelopes here at the bottom are used with the ephemera pack sentiments and images, and they've also used some Mentum ink and the stamp set that's featured here at the bottom, which is Simply Said. If you were to buy one saying stamp set, I think this is the one. It's so awesome because it really has every different saying that you could ever want. And it has it in different sizes too. So you've got some cursive, you've got some that are just straight text. I think you'll use this one a lot. So again, some inspiration there. If you guys haven't yet already, please feel free to watch my video of the catalog tour. It is long. It's like an hour. There's a lot in this catalog, but it's something that you can watch while you're making dinner. And on YouTube, you can actually even speed it up. So you don't have to watch me in regular time. You can get it in condensed time. You can even watch me up to 2 times speed or something like that. And it doesn't really make me into a chipmunk, which is wonderful. It just speeds it up a little bit, like how your audiobook would be. This is another ephemera pack. So this one's called Fully Flowering. Again, 2 sheets of each of these 4 patterns. So pretty, right? I really like some of those black and white ones. So you can leave it black and white, or you can even do your own coloring. And the fact that they are already laser cut, so you just pop them out, this makes it so easy. Isn't that pretty? Look at that one. So nice. And then this one here is a little bit different. This is, I think, a great one, especially for memory keeping, whether you're doing that in pocket pages or even 12 by 12 scrapbooking. This is called Labels and Layers, and you've got so many different tags. This would also be great to stamp some sayings onto from that stamp that's featured at the bottom of that page. Really cute, right? Lots of different style, like little file folder tabs. And again, you of course get 2 sheets of each of these. So that's my amazing takeaway that I just am obsessed with, is this simple stamping. I'm going to take you back to that slide here. So quick and easy stamping. And then there's creativity your way. And that's the kind of last half to 3/4 of the catalog. This is mix and match stamps, embellishments, ribbons, and things like that you can put together in your own creative way. So you might have a lot of time on your hands, or you might be looking for that like full crafting experience. That's where Creativity Your Way products are going to fit perfectly into your life. So for me, I love taking my kits on the go. You know that I like stamping in my husband's truck on the way to camping, on airplanes, in airports, at my kids' soccer practices or hockey practices, anywhere where I can. I really like to get in a little bit of crafting time. So that's really fabulous for that. Quick and easy are, again, like a little bit more of a hybrid version between the 2 extremes. And Creativity Your Way is what we do here with Club every single month. So since we are talking about some of our kits, I want to make sure to remind you, because we just had some new kits drop on the online store. So when you're checking out today, hopefully, and getting your free shipping, If you're watching this in the future, I'm sorry I keep talking about the free shipping, but it's a really good special. Because the wonderful thing is it doesn't take away from any of the benefits that I offer, right? It just saves you some cash, which is fabulous. But yeah, there's new kits in the kits collection, so make sure you check that out online. And then I wanted to remind you as well, we have these Thanks and Beyond dies. These are, I think, are they $8.75 or something like that? Oh, you guys, if you want them, please just reach out and I will give you the proper price. These ones go with the March, April, May. Yes, that's right. March, April, May paper pumpkins. So this is our subscription service. And here's a little sneak peek. Sorry, I'm kind of like ducking underneath because I gotta see underneath all my lighting here. I'm not hiding. Life is Sweet is the one that's coming up in June here. So if you subscribe from now until the 10th of June, this is the kit sneak peek that you're going to, a sneak peek of the kit that you're going to receive later that month. So, fabulous kits recently. I mean, I'm never not happy, to be honest, but did you guys get your kit in the mail? This is the best there is for May 2024. This one's our masculine themed kit. I haven't opened it up fully, but I am so excited about this kit. First of all, it has some great images in there. This is the stamp set, and they're not doing the printing on the acetate anymore. They give you a printed insert so that you could put that inside a stamp case or however you like to store it. The Misty Moonlight is the ink color. And then let me just show you here on the inside. When you open it up, it's just like a present every time. Ooh, I love it. Like wood grains, like natural elements. And lots of great neutral colors. It looks like Basic Beige is featured quite heavily, which is one of our newest colors. I've got adhesives falling everywhere because those are also included. But let's take a look here. So we've got kind of this chevron almost pattern. What do we call that when the boards are installed like that? It's not necessarily chevron, I don't think. Then we've got mountains with trees in the front. Here's like a nice wood grain card. And the stamps, like I said, are printed here. So we've got Happy Father's Day to you. You're the best there is. The trees, the splatter, and with love and admiration to the most amazing person. Ooh, I like that. The instructions are full color and very graphic based, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to do a lot of reading to do these instructions. They're so great that way. Let's take a look in here. We've got some laser cut printed pieces. You've got many sheets of those. These are your cardstock bases, and they are printed on both the front and the back side. So if you want to, you know, get the most out of it, you can even trim these apart and put them onto like a white or a basic beige cardstock base, and then you can double the cards that you can make with the kit. You've got some fun paper there, again printed trees, some stitched laser cut elements, a couple sheets of those. Ooh, those are so pretty. I was hoping that that would be pre-done for you because you can see it's almost done in a relief, like it was done with white embossing powder. It's not shiny, but it's just got that relief of the wood. So that's really fun. Ooh, these envelopes. Oh my goodness. How can I send a card in those? They're too pretty. I'm going to have to cut them up and use them as paper. So if you are interested in this kit, you can't get it from Stampin' Up! Anymore, but I can sell you one of the extras that I order. Just contact me now, then we can reserve it for you, and you can have it in your hot little hands and pay for it on June 11th. The previous kits that we've gone through, the Delicate Wings, oh my goodness, sorry, those do not come. That was me going to stamp out of the lake this last weekend, and I didn't get to it. The Delicate Wings, of course, so pretty. These ones have like champagne metallic on them and lots of gorgeous butterfly elements. Great little stamp set too. And pack that up ready to go. I do use my blocks. That you'll get a block that's this size in your first subscription kit when you sign up from Stampin' Up. And it's fine to use with all of the stamps that will be sent out in the subsequent kits, but I really like the groove of Stampin' Up's blocks, so I always bring my nice blocks. And they come with these little ink spots, but you know what? I like to use those for prizes. I have basically all the ink pads in full size, so I just throw those in there, and I use those instead. Memorable Meadows is the kit from March. Again, I have these last kits here that I'm showing you. These two kits available for purchase. So just let me know if you want a pack of those. This one comes with a bonus stamp set. So this is the one that's included in the regular, and then this is a bonus stamp set. You got these gorgeous printed cardstock bases that are beautiful on the front and the back. So you can cut them apart and get, again, more cards. More cards! Woohoo! Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's get started with some crafting here. We are going to pull out our card that looks something like this. And I'm going to get to my other page so I can see. Oh, the peach pie ink is a fan favorite. You think, it's good to see you. Welcome from Kelowna. The ephemera are able to be sent out. Yes, Priscilla. So I can send those out to you because those are printed by Stampin' Up, just like their designer series paper is that has text in it. And so I can send those out to you, no problem. What else did I miss here? Oh, extra caffeine. I know, right? I made a horrible mistake. Okay, so the first project that we're going to create, again, it might be like this. We have a couple of different color scheme options. I'm actually going to make this one here. I planned everything out like I was making the cards last night, and then you know what? We ended up watching the hockey game, didn't we? That was fun. Go Oilers! Woohoo! What is in here? The kids eating something down here now? My goodness. Sometimes they like to sneak into the basement because they think that I won't know what's going on. Find like candy wrappers or something. Oh, to be a kid, right? You have to rebel, all these different things. This is what you're going to be looking for in your card pack. Now, if you don't have this one, it's because you got your posting for free. If you would like your items mailed to you, and you would also like the bonus projects, just reach out to me. There's just a little bit of an extra cost, but we can definitely do that. I made this card here using the same kind of supplies, and this piece with all the beautiful waves on it used to be white. So I'm going to show you how you can take it up a notch if you'd like with some blending brushes. So blending brushes, inks of your choice. I tried to keep it monochromatic so that you didn't have to worry about really matching things too much. But what do you think? Should we have some fun with this? I think we should grab maybe some of these new Summer Splash Shy Shamrock, and then maybe I'll do some of the purple here. So instead of doing the pink and the yellow like I did on this card, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I've got my blending brushes stored in this cute little vase. It's a mason jar, but it is a vase. And so I'm just going to pick out the colors that kind of go in the spectrum. I'm going to use this for both of those. And I just remembered that I washed one of these night before last. And it's all dry. I have enough that I can use for different colors. So this is a completely washed version. You can see there's still some color pigment in there, so I'm going to use that for my beautiful Petunia Pop, which is going to match my cardstock base here. My necklace is making some noise. There we go. Okay, so why don't we get started with that first? If you guys are not doing this part, then you can start looking for a saying that's going to fit onto this little oval. that has, that's punched out of designer series paper. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start with the lighter of the two that are kind of in the same color spectrum. These are our new in colors. So we've got Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock. I love using this glass mat to blend with because I start off and then I scooch on, and then it just seems to work so nicely. This is our marbled embossing folder. And so you put the paper into it, crank it through. It has to be through the Big Boss, but look at how big it is. Our normal embossing folders are half the size. So now this one is double the size. You can't tell how big they are in the catalog, unfortunately. That was one thing I wrote to Stampin' Up! About, like, come on, you guys, give us the dimensions. So if you are wondering which ones are the larger size, you'll have to check online. I'm switching colors now, going into Shy Shamrock. And I'm just going to put that kind of up here, blending kind of around the other ones to get a little bit of variance in color. But these colors are honestly so close that sometimes when I was sorting through the papers, I was like, wait a second, did I grab the wrong one here? The ribbons I found kind of harder to distinguish between. Okay, I'm happy with that amount of blue and green on there. And then now I'm going to put on some of this beautiful Petunia Pop purple. Ooh, it's so pretty. And it just blends in there, looking so gorgeous with the other ones. You want to make sure you've got a little chamois nearby so that you can get the ink off of your fingers. Or you can always grab, you know, a little ephemera wrapper from your recycle. And I'll use that to hold on so I don't get inky fingers. Isn't this fun? So you could use this with your blending brushes. You could even just leave this as white. That would look pretty as well. So don't feel like if you don't have the blending brushes that you know, can't make this card. But I always want to show you how you can take it up a notch, right? That's what I'm here for. So I'm going to let that dry to the side a little bit and then make sure to clean off your glass mat. If you're using paper, then you can just put that piece to the side, or you might even find that it's already absorbed. Not a problem. I'm really happy with that. It looks really cool, doesn't it? Okay, so while I'm here doing a little bit of stamping, I'm going to grab my Unbounded Love stamp set. This is the one that actually coordinates with the dies that I use to create these fun little frames. These little frames are cut out of basic white paper, and we used many of these tags actually on a bonus card that I gave you last month. So what did I have planned here? So this one here, I used Love Never Gives Up. It's actually two different stamps, so I just put them together. This is a really fun stamp set because you can do a lot that way. I might do this Happy Birthday. Let's see if that fits. I think that looks really pretty. I had another one pulled out. Best of Luck. That would also fit nicely in there. For this, I'm just going to use a neutral ink. I'm using the Smoky Slate. It's quite a light color of gray, but I think it's going to show up beautifully on there. So Happy Birthday. Stamping onto designer series paper. So fun, right? And that's another reason why, you know, you can color this, but you don't necessarily have to color it either. You can leave it as a plain, and then I think you would still have a lot of pop on this card. Okay, let's get this gluing on, and then we can set it aside to dry. I'm using the fine tip glue pen. You might want to use this one or even the Tombow multi-adhesive. These are both great options. I'm having a hard time right now because I can't get this lid off. When in doubt, you know what you need to do. Use your teeth. Oh, it's still not going to work. Okay, for some reason, I'm not supposed to use that. I'm supposed to use this Tombow liquid glue. This one, you do not need to squeeze when you're putting on something really fine like this. Just do little dabs, kind of along. You can even put a little bit onto a piece of paper and use a toothpick to kind of put it onto your card. But I find that just without squeezing, it works pretty well. Then when you place this on, it's not going to line up perfectly, but that was kind of what I liked about this. It's using probably my favorite new, I'll say second favorite new punch. I'm using my favorite, I think, on the next card. This modern oval punch just fits everything. It's so fabulous to have in your collection. So if you haven't already, make sure you get one of those. Okay, let's put some let's put some adhesive on the back here and put just our regular Stampin' Seal on the back of this textured piece. That goes onto the white frame. You can see I was so sneaky with that, and I actually got 2 ovals out of each one of those pieces of paper. Sneaky, sneaky. Do you guys do that too? Maybe you did that before I even started doing it and showing you. All right, where are all of my regular... You guys want to see how many mini dimensionals I have? Okay, how many sheets does she have to go through to find a sheet of regular dimensions? Okay, we got regular dimensionals, but they're in black. Okay, I got a mini sheet here of dimensionals. Oh, look at this. I had it out ready to go. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll put my little stack away. I like mini dimensionals, but again, for crafting, when I'm doing it on camera, sometimes you just need things to cooperate with you. And I find the dimensional backers come off a little bit more easily when they're bigger. Never too many dimensionals. I agree. I love dimensionals. I think it's universal that anyone who starts making cards or even scrapbook pages or something like that, it's like you show them that you can get all that different texture and elevation, even when you're doing a really simple layout, like say using those ephemera packs. That would be always my first adhesive that I say to people to get, because they're just so awesome, so different. All right, so I'm putting this one onto my cardstock base. Then I'm going to flip this over, put some more dimensionals on. This is a fun card, hey? Lots of color, happiness. We've got our matching ribbon. I'm going to go down to the end here. So I'm not starting in the middle to do my bow. And that's because when I wrap it around, I want to make sure that I have enough to make 2 equal ends. And I apologize if I made that look easy. That's one thing, my number one thing that people say when they're in an in-person class with me. They're like, oh, I just love being here, and can you please tie my bow? Like, sure. I'll do whatever you want. Here, I'm just placing it on the side here and kind of finessing the ends of it a little bit. And then once it's on the card, I'm just going to snip off the tails. I'm going to leave them quite long on this one because I just think it's kind of fun to have that oversized bow feeling. the finishing touch for everything is to put on these cute little gems. I put on 1, 2, 3 of them there. These are our new in color gems that are so sparkly and pretty. So they even match my colors that I put on my card here because I stuck with the in colors there. Do you guys have a favorite new in color? I wonder. Do you guys know which one mine is? If you can, just write in the comments, even if you're watching on the replay, write in the comments what your favorite new in color is and what you think mine is. I might have mentioned it before, so bonus points because I guess you've watched my video that I sent out. Now I want to give some shout outs because I was just recently in Mexico celebrating the incentive trip with some of the other top demonstrators in the company from all over the world. There were a total of 350 approximately who earned it. And there were about 250 demonstrators who were able to attend. So about 100 of them decided to cash out and stay at home. Maybe their life didn't fit around coming to Mexico in May, but that's, I wish they were there because it was a huge highlight. And I should say that a very small percentage, actually fewer than 1%, of demonstrators who are active with Stampin' Up! Actually earn this trip. So it takes a lot of work. And so if this is something that appeals to you, I would be happy to tell you my formula and hopefully inspire you to maybe do something like this for yourself as well. Again, it does take a lot of work, but it is possible. So I was there with my downline, Lauren Urbanus, who's just a fabulous little superstar as well here in Edmonton. And my friend Lindsay, who's my upline, was also able to attend. She was going as a friend of a mutual friend as well. So anyways, long story short is we got swaps on this trip. So I pulled out the swaps and lo and behold, I actually have 2 that follow this almost exact template here. This one is so pretty, isn't it? It's got this beautiful frame stamping onto designer series paper. So I did get inspired by Tracy Bauer to do that. But look at this with the white on the white. Doesn't it look good? And that's why I think, you know, we had fun with the blending brushes, but I think white on white is also really stunning too. And then Gathering Inspiration Stamp Studio. I don't know the name of the demonstrator, but she made this one here. Again, the same like size piece, textured, and then with a stamp saying on here. And this one has that fabulous new in color ribbon on there too. So it's kind of like a hybrid version of this. So definitely pulling some inspiration from my friends, but I want to show you always that there's so many different ways, and we use an acronym, of course, when we're stamping, and that is CASE, copy and share everything. And that's definitely a motto that I love to live by because it's so inspiring to see what other people are doing with their crafting. Okay, from the new catalog, I can show you inside. Woohoo! And I'm going to show you a couple different things because some of the items are placed a little bit differently than we would normally be used to. So I'm going to show you where the products are that we use to make this card. So the punches are one of the things that are very different in this catalog. We don't have a page showing all the punches. If you want to see what punches there are, I highly recommend using this index at the back. And that's going to show you all of the different punches and which pages they are on. That's the only page where all the punches are shown together. Same thing with the designer series paper. Where are they? Papers. Here we go. Designer series paper. So this is the only place where all of them are shown at once. So you're going to have to do a little bit of flipping, but this index is going to come in handy for you. And I'm actually doing up some little cheat sheets that you can print off that are going to have all the punches on one page and all the designer series on one page. So punch bunch here. This is in the top 10 crafting essentials. This modern oval punch is just such a winner in my books as well. So that's number 7 in the top 10 crafting essentials. On page 55, you can see our gorgeous Unbounded Love stamp set that I used and the dies that coordinated that cut out all those awesome different shapes. I also use this designer series paper to give you that little oval here to go under your white bordered piece. So that comes from this beautiful paper, which we also used in our bonus card that I gave you. You probably received it last month or with a catalog. On page 113, we've got our different types of in color ribbon. You can kind of see them together there, but we've got number 1, number 4, number 5, 6, oh sorry, not 6, that's the wrong color, 7 and 11. No, not 11. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it that one? Oh yeah, it is that one. Yeah, 6 is peach pie. It looks different there. It looks like a little bit more beige. Sorry for the confusion, but we do have those new in colors in all the different ribbons. We also on this card used the new embellishments. Those are number 7 here on page 115. And so those ones are called the 2024 to 2026 in color shimmer gems. Page 117. What did I want to show you on this page? I don't know. This page is awesome. I love it so much. I was maybe wanting to show you these glues. So the must-have liquid glue and the perfectly precise fine tip glue pen. Great options for you. Page 124, blending brushes. Do you see? It's so small. It's more like a technique showcase. So you can definitely take a look online and it will give you more information. These are coming in a pack of 3 brushes and you can get them in a large size or a small size. Either one works great. I'll show you the difference between the 2 of them. I already put these away. So there's the large size and the small size, and they both work great. This one is really good for more detailed, or this one's good for getting the job done quicker. So it kind of depends what you're using it for, but I find that I mostly just pick a color and go with that. And then, you know, if it's a small one, it's a small one. And if it's a big one, it's a big one. And I don't ever seem to feel like I need something different. On page 129, we have the So Swirly embossing folder. And again, this is one of our new large, like oversized ones. And then on page 139, we have our fabulous new in colors. So with these, you can order them individually if you want. And they come individually in packs of 24 sheets of cardstock. Classic Stampin' Pads like this, the refills to keep these nice and juicy, and then also the Stampin' Blends, which come as a duo, like a pack of 2. Those are the square or rectangular tip, and those are alcohol based, so really great for coloring. You can also order them by family, so you can get an assorted pack of 20 sheets of cardstock, or 20 sheets of 12 by 12. So you can get 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12. Then there's a 6 by 6 inch designer series paper. There's the marker assortment. And then there's the Stampin' Pad bundle. Do you get a savings on these ones? I think you do. I think you get a bit of a savings when you get them as a bundle. Remember, if you are interested in these new in colors and if it's still May of 2024 when you're watching this, please sign up to be a demonstrator. It's going to be the best decision that you can make because you're going to get so much value out of your kit. You get to choose a whole bunch of supplies, $165 of whatever you want from the catalog or the online store. And then you will also get the Stampin' Pad bundle, which is $55 value, the marker assortment, which is $25 value, the pack of 6 by 6 paper, $17 value. And then you're also going to get an assorted pack of the 8.5 by 11, which is worth $15.75. So all in all, your kit is going to be valued at over $300 when you think of the shipping and handling and GST that you're going to be saving. Okay, next card. You guys ready for this? This card here has, once again, like a whole bunch of different color options to go with it. So the card that I made as my sample looks like this. This is featuring this gorgeous new designer series paper, which has such pretty watercoloring on it. We've got the eyelet folder, but I really wanted to showcase both sides of this paper because it's just so pretty. So no matter what color combination that you have, I'll just show you another color combination here. This one here is, again, just so gorgeous. I don't have the tag and everything done on that, but isn't it pretty? And then the color combination that I'm going to put together is with this pretty peacock color, which I had to get my nails done in that color today. I think I was inspired. I've got a little bit of gold striping on there and then the pretty peacock on there. I didn't really mean to match this card, but I do absolutely love the pretty peacock color. And I think it goes so nicely with gold. So let's have fun putting this card together. Just as a reminder, please don't throw out your little clear cellophane envelopes because those are reusable and you can actually mail in them as well. So a little treat for your postal workers too. Okay, I have already put this together because I was actually making these for to give to my son's staff of his school. Thank you cards for Staff Appreciation Week. So I whipped out so many of these cards already, and then I think I was busy crafting and not paying attention. So I'm just going to undo this so that I can show you how to actually adhere it. So if you ever have a problem with adhering something crooked or if it doesn't work properly, just use your heat tool, which heats up way hotter than a hair dryer. And it's used for heat embossing normally. And you're just going to soften the adhesive and then you can pull it apart. This needs to be warmed up just a little bit right here at the end. This works with many of our adhesives, like the Stamp and Seal, but it won't work with any of our liquid adhesives. That won't work. Okay, so already on your card, you should have a piece of cardstock like this, which has a little strip on there. The strip has now been transferred to this side, but there's a little strip on there that's going to be an adhesive. Just peel that off, and then it's going to be ready to go for us. Fold your card like this, and then you're going to line up these two corners here, which I can only do with my left hand for some reason. So right-handed. And then you're just going to push this down and adhere that along. Now you've got this beautiful seam here that lays nice and flat. And then on the inside, we've got the showcase of the other side of the designer series paper. Oh yes, you know me, Priscilla. That it's the answer for both of us. Summer Splash is my favorite in color. I just love blue. It makes me happy. I'm going to put some Stamp and Seal here on the back of my eyelets. This is just a piece of the exact same color of cardstock that I put through with an embossing folder. With the Big Boss is what I used for this one. Okay, what am I using for a stamp set? Well, good question. In the same suite as this Thoughtful Journey? Yes, Thoughtful Journey. There's this gorgeous stamp set and embossing, sorry, not embossing folder, die pack. Every time I mess up, I should take a swig of this, hey, to try and get those brain cells back in a line. So Thoughtful Wishes has these beautiful sprigs and stems, flowers. You also have these awesome sayings here too. So I used You Make My Life Better from this set. I think I'm going to do Thinking of You Fondly because that's really pretty. And matchy-matchy, in true matchy-matchy fashion, I'm going to use my Pretty Peacock ink. Thinking of you fondly. Let's open this up. Thought I inked myself for a second there. That would be something that I would do tonight. Thinking of you fondly. You guys recognize this oval? I punched it out of your last your last card there. Remember how I did the sneaky punches out of there? Anyways. Can't stop me. I'm going to be using these ovals forever. I'm also going to, I think, use this really pretty stem. And that's going to go on the inside. So for this one, I used just in that same mossy meadow color to go with my cardstock. I use this kind of thistle. And I think I'm going to use this big one. I love how Stampin' Up! Streamlined our stamping experience all those years ago. I think it was really forward thinking. The fact that we can have clear blocks, have the advantages of placement, as opposed to what we used to do for many years, which was wood blocks. And now we store our blocks once, and then we can mount our stamps onto our blocks over and over again. I'm going to put this kind of sideways. Just a little avant-garde. Now, remember when you're using the glass mat, you just have to do a little tidying up if you do some stamping over. I do find though with the glass mat, my stamping is clearer than ever. It's fabulous. Since I've got this out, I can do a little scrub. Simple Chamois is going to look a little bit different. It's a purple one. This is the one that came with my Stampin' Up! Glass mat, which should be available for purchase here in the next little while. I don't know when. But if that's something that interests you, I have a few people down on the list already to contact. And if that's something that interests you, you just let me know, okay? On the back side here, I'm going to put on some dimensionals. And then we can start adhering our card together. This is a bonus card because I couldn't help myself. I had to give you 4 cards this month and let you play with this gorgeous new designer series paper. So this one is a quite simple layout. It has some kind of fancier elements like the textured embossing, but in terms of embellishments, we're just going to go quite simply with these birds and I want it up here. I think I want it here. These birds and dragonflies. So I use dragonflies here on this card. Can you see those? They're very thin, but they're metallic. There we go. Oh, look at this. I gave myself 3 of the exact same kind. That's unlike me. That is a lie. Okay, if at any point my brain could start working again, that would be great, because these are definitely not the same. Okay, is it a thing where like you have a long weekend and then the Tuesday becomes a Monday? Because this is like Monday Kelly. Monday Kelly is definitely the one who's stamping here tonight. Are you guys feeling a little Monday-ish today? Oh boy. Okay, let's take you through where to find these products in our gorgeous new annual catalog. Hey, guess what? We've got that oval punch again. On page 19, the Simply Said stamp set would be great to use on this one. On page 47, we've got our gorgeous, thoughtful Journey designer series paper. Do you guys want to see that one? It's so pretty. And this card actually just uses half of a sheet. And it shows the front and the back. So it's, you think it's a lack of caffeine? You know, the thing is, Priscilla, that I'm kind of like a naturally caffeinated person. So normally I can't have caffeine in anything. You get 4 of each of all these designs. So I'm just going to put them to the side here. And then I'll show you the back side of them in a minute. So pretty, right? This one's really fun. It's kind of like scratched into the watercolor or something. I love that a beautiful painting was done by a very talented artist, and then we get to chop it up and say we made, you know, it ourselves. So this only comes 6" by 6", but for me this is the perfect size for something like this. It kind of gives you the perfect vignette. If you start going larger than that, sometimes you get lost in the scale. So this seems to be just the right size. Some of these are kind of just abstract. You can kind of imagine trees and a lake and a setting sun, but it can also just be watercolor splotches. And then on the back side, speaking of watercolor, you've got lots of beautiful patterns to work with. So we've had some packs like this before, and I'll show you those too. This one is more of like a watercolor look, whereas I think the other ones were acrylic. But maybe you guys can write in the comments and let me know if I'm out to lunch or not. And this one here, more of these beautiful ones, and that. So pretty, right? So this one has a lot of our new in colors in them. So it makes it a little bit more pastel and a little bit more vibrant. And again, that one's called Thoughtful Journey, brand new. We also have from before, these ones I'm pretty sure are acrylic or oil. This is called Meandering Meadows. You can still get this one online on my online store. And the backgrounds you can see are a little bit more brush strokey, less watercolory. You've got these kind of paths into trees. The paper pumpkin that I showed you kind of at the beginning had the same feel. It was from the same sort of corresponding suite. Do you have a preference between the two? What do you think? Oh, I just love these ones. They're so pretty. I don't know if I can decide because I like both of them. Meandering Meadows was the second one. That one's available online. And then the new one is Thoughtful Journey. So also from this page, I used the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set for those awesome bits of greenery and the sayings. On page 79, what did I use here? Oh, did I? No. Why did I mark this one? Oh, you guys. That was not the caffeine problem from today. That was from a few days ago, I guess. Okay, let's try the next one here. So we've got our, oh my goodness. So the online exclusive item of the adhesive back dragonflies and birds. It comes with way more in a pack. I've kind of hacked this one up. There we go. There you can see a little bit better. 2 different styles of bird, 1 style of dragonfly. If you like the look of that though, you might want to get these brushed brass butterflies. Number 10 on page 115. And those ones are a little bit thicker, a little bit more heavy duty, but still around the same size and very dainty. On this one, we've got number 5 used, which is the eyelet 3D embossing folder. And that one is our standard size, but it's a 3D embossing folder. So it will really create that gorgeous texture on the paper just with one crank. You just have to sandwich it a little bit differently when you are making it. I want to do a shout out for my friend Susan Campfield, who inspired me to remember this showcase of designer series paper with this layout. This was her swap card for the incentive trip. So she used a different embossing folder. She used a different die here, but you can see the stunning paper is so beautiful regardless. All right. Thank you, Susan. Okay, the next card here is doing it from our simple and easy, what's it called? I've already forgotten it. Quick and easy options. Quick and easy options. This is using a designer series paper, which is totally unique, and I just love it so much. These are the pieces that I have left. I used 2 packages to create this look. But this designer series paper comes with all of these laser cut pieces, and everything is already colored for you, ready to go. You've got these elements in 2 different styles of sheet, and you get a 12 by 12 inch of each of them. So you get a ton of unique elements. Then you also get these pages here. So these make little card fronts. So you just layered on top of a piece of cardstock, color of your choice. And then you've got these awesome little layers to put on there. And some of them cut out so that the middle pops out. And some of them are just like a rectangle. So rectangle, rectangle. This one's got like a beautiful frame that comes out of it. And then they've even given you this border piece in the middle. So if you were doing some memory keeping, you could also use these in your pocket pages or in your 12 by 12 scrapbooks too. So you get 1 sheet of those, and then you get 3 sheets of different patterns, and these are 12 inch by 12 inch, but I've used so many of them in the cards that I prepped that I don't have a full 12 by 12 inch left. Let's show you what the card looks like when it all comes together. So this card here is what I made, but everyone's is going to look different. So I was working with a wreath on this one, and I'm supplementing this quick and easy option of that designer series paper with the hexagon punch and with some strips of paper and then a little bit of ribbon here. This ribbon is the gift with a minimum $100 order from me this month. Okay, so let's get to stamping. I'm going to stick with the theme and go with my Simply Said. This is the one that's on the page of the ephemera packs. And you can see that I've got some different pieces going on. Like my little element for this card looks like this. So I'm going to be playing around and it's going to look a little bit different, but I still have the same base layout. So you just have to decide first and foremost what your saying is. I'm going to use birthday wishes again, maybe. No, I'm going to go just a note. This is my plan. I was going to go vertical. And same as the last card, I'm going to use my peacock ink. Pretty Peacock is the color of the day. I'm going to use my tag just like this, vertically. Just a note. I'll go on there. I really like these cursive ones because they're a little bit more forgiving if you stamp it crooked, right? Sometimes we just need a little help, especially when we're having a Monday day on a Tuesday. Okay, so that was Simply Said, was the stamp set. Now I'm going to start with my designer series papers. You can see I've got 3 strips and it's all going to be the same pattern. So my intention was that, you know, I'm going to use the same pattern here. But if you wanted to switch it up and go back and forth, you can definitely do that too. Whatever you'd like. Have you guys used the new templates that are included in our current catalog that just started? It's so handy. I'm going to start about 1/2 inch in from the sides, and I'm going to try to make it equal on both sides there. And then I'm going to work my way into the middle, because The other day I started in the middle and boy, oh boy, there was no chance. And look at this. It's too close. Okay. Where's that heat tool at? On a Tuesday that feels like a Monday, it's important to have your heat tool handy. Let me look at this. Is anyone else having issues like I am today? Maybe not. Maybe every day feels like a Monday. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to go 3/8 of an inch from the edge. There we go. All right, let's just do a redo there. Hey folks, so when you're putting your strips on, just make sure they're centered top to bottom, but you're going to go in maybe 3/8 or even 1/4 of an inch from the side. Make it equal on both. If you wanted to be less straight and aligned with this, you definitely can put these on crooked, and then you wouldn't have any of these problems. Maybe that's what I should do next time, right? Okay, so I've got my pieces on there. The world is right again. And then I'm going to take my tag here and kind of figure out where I want this to be. Maybe I want to have this on top since it fits so nicely there. You could also have the tag on top, which would look pretty too. I think because it fits so nicely here, I'm going to go for that look. So starting with a little bit of adhesive on the back side, I'm going to put dimensionals on here, so I don't want to go too crazy with my Stampin' Seal. Just a note. So now I've got that kind of tacked together. I can use dimensionals that are half hanging onto the paper, and that's going to be perfect. There we go. I really love this card layout. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got to put this ribbon on here somewhere. Should I do the zigzag that I love so much? Maybe I'm going to do it going across this time. That's what I'm going to do. So this is going to go across like that. I did a zigzag under the tag on that one, but here I'm going to do this. Keep that little bit because I'll show you a little technique here as well. This ribbon is so beautiful and it has so much depth to it, so much interest going on, that I don't want to tie this around it because it's going to squinch it all up, and I don't know, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to just tie this in a knot and make a sneaky little addition to my card. So when I tie it in a knot like this, then I can snip the tails and stick it on with a mini glue dot. And now I've got this little tied knot, which is going to bend to my will exactly how I want it to be applied. So just a note. Oh, I might go centered with that. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Then do I put this right here maybe? What do you think? That's kind of fun. Looks a little collage-y. Okay, and then just like I finish off every card, pretty much, I've got 3 embellishments for you to stick on there. And these ones are from the Pretty Peacock and Petal Pink gold embellishments. It's a pack that comes with both of those colors, and they both go so perfectly on this card. Couldn't have planned that more perfectly. Now, you might be screaming at your computer, but I do realize that I haven't put it on the cardstock base yet. That's all right. When I do a card front like this, I often will make it like that and then put it on last. And this one I might put on with some dimensionals. Do you think I should? Or should I put it straight onto the cardstock base? Dimensionals, why not? There we go. Oh, I love it too, Priscilla. She says, this paper is beautiful. It's so, I love the colors in it, right? You've got your garden greens and your, this is soft sea foam actually. And then it's got these pops of color with these oranges. The pale, what's it? What's the new in color? That's orange. Who's faster, you typing or me flipping? I think it's right at the back here. Peach pie. Peach pie in there for sure. And then you've also got the soft petal pink as well, which corresponds with this ribbon that's actually retired. So what do you think? Like, you could have so many different layouts. This is another one that I had planned to make, which features the third style of the paper. It has more of like a eucalyptus look, and I thought this eucalyptus sprig was going to be beautiful with it. Something like that. So you can see like same kind of elements on the card, but a totally different feel, isn't it? I think that's what these quick and easy options are going to give you, is versatility. All right, so starting on page 19, this is where we're talking about the quick and easy options. We were talking before about the cardstock bases and the envelopes and things like that. For this card though, I just use that Simply Said, which if you were to purchase one stamp set with the sayings that you're going to need for Card Club, this is going to be it. It's a fabulous saying set with lots of different options. This is our third card. I wanted to show you, I mentioned before, we got some templates in the new catalog. So on page 22, if you take a look at the bottom here, Stampin' Up! Has given you some layouts which you can interchange with different elements and colors and styles and create some awesome cards. So the one that inspired me, that was going to be like a nice simple layout for no matter what you got from that paper pack, the frames and florals paper pack. This one here is kind of the layout that I was going for. And that was something in the middle, 3 stripes, and then I added that extra layer of cardstock because I can't help myself. So some inspiration for you on page 22. I think we'll have fun with those. On page 29, you can see the frames and flowers. I said florals, but it's frames and flowers. Gives you 1 sheet of each of these. These papers here are double-sided. So this is the front, this is the back, and the same for these designs. So these have a bit of a different feel to them. I don't know if you noticed that when you were touching the paper itself. It's like a little bit smoother or something than our regular Designer Series paper. I can't quite figure it out. But these ones here are laser cut. These ones here are 12 by 12 inch pieces of paper. For just $13.75, I think this paper pack is totally unique. It's not going to be a part of my paper share. And I think it's going to be one that you'll want to order for yourself and have the whole thing to play with. Because it doesn't really double up on anything, right? You've got completely different patterns on every page that's included. On page 96, what is it that I'm showing you here? It is the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. This is where Stampin' Up! Is tricking me sometimes because it's a little bit hard to see here. But this little piece here, you've got the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch, which is going to take you to more information on the online store. And for your embellishments, these gorgeous ones here, number 2, Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foiled gems. And so they come in this pack, and can you guys see that? The gorgeous foil that's included in them. It's totally random, so it's different on every single one. And yeah, it's just probably one of my favorite packs. The most versatile one, I think, is number 6, which is the iridescent foil, because you can make those whatever color that you want with our Stampin' Blends. But it's nice that these ones are colored already because it just saves you a step, right? Okay, next card. We're just rolling right along here. Got a lot to show you tonight. This one comes together pretty quickly. You're going to, instead of needing a saying on this card, I've actually got the foil saying already cut out for you. So I would recommend getting maybe like a beautiful stamp set like this one here, Spotlight on Nature, which is going to give you some of these floral elements, so you can do branches or leaves or something like that. The card that I made the other day, I did branch and the butterfly, and then I colored those in with our Stampin' Blends. I'm going to do a different showcase tonight. And so doing that same kind of layout, but a little bit different in terms of the actual pattern on there. I'm going to use the largest image here, and I'm going to use some of my Stampin' Write markers. So with these ones here, I stamped with the Old Olive, and then I colored with the Old Olive Light marker, or Stampin' Blends markers. So these are our alcohol-based ones. And then I stamped with Memento, and I colored in with some purples and yellows. This one I'm actually going to be using our round tipped, which are our Stampin' Write markers. What am I going to do here? I need a color for my flower. What do you think? Should I go Petal Pink again? The same color combination as last card? Should I go yellow maybe? Yellow would be pretty. Daffodil Delight. Maybe I'll do that. Whenever you're thinking about color now, be sure to flip to our color wheel, because that's going to give you so much inspiration. And if I knew where it was off the top of my head, that would be great. Oh, where is it? Okay, 132. So color theory. So I'm kind of going in the monochromatic realm, because I'm doing the, where am I? Pretty Peacock, and I'm doing Daffodil Delight and Old Olive. So it's kind of all monochromatic, but you know, with this, oh, I'm actually going analogous, I don't know, but I'm staying within this spectrum here. So you could also choose to go monochromatic. That's using all within one little section. Complementary, opposite sides of the color wheel. Or triadic, you know, using it like a trio here of red, blue, and yellow. Or, you know, turn it around and you can make whatever color combination that you want. The reason why I'm using these on this stamped image, though, is so that I don't permanently color my red rubber. When you do the direct to rubber technique, you have to be using these Stampin' Blends, and so that's why it's nice to have these in addition to the other ones. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, I mean, I've had this massive pack of markers, which you saw, for many, many years, and I love having it. And so when I'm doing techniques like this, or even writing in cards, I sometimes use these so that I can make it coordinate. These are also handy when you have a mess up. But I find, to be honest, that I use my other markers so much more because I really enjoy coloring with them. And I find that the lines, you know, when you color like zigzagging back and forth, your brush strokes sometimes show. And that's a pet peeve of mine. So with the water based, there's no way around it. That's just how it is. But if you are using the other markers, the ones that have a rectangular tip, those ones are with an alcohol base. And so they just blend so well. So I've got this colored right here on the block. And now the tip is you have to on it. I'm going to use my breath to re-moisten the stamp. There's no blowing. You have to, and then now I can stamp that onto my paper. Now I did start with the lighter of the two colors, and so that as I was inking, I wasn't getting any of the green onto the tip of the yellow. But this is just such a beautiful technique, especially with this gorgeous stamp set. It's really pretty. All right, let's put those away. Let this dry for a second, and I'm going to start putting together my cardstock base. Fold this in half using your bone folder. On days like free shipping day, I always feel like it's a wonderful opportunity to buy yourself the things that are going to make your crafting life so much easier. So like a bone folder, like the take your pick tools that you see me using constantly here with the extra edges. This is the new, the extra tips. So there's a few different tips that are included when you first get it. So this one here, this little pointy one, the spatula, as well as two ball tips, a small and a large ball tip for scoring. Then you can actually get extra tips. So this is the most amazing thing to open up your cardstock packs or designer series packs, slipping that little X-Acto knife in. How about this one here? This is like a little dentist tool. Oh, it doesn't want to do it now. There we go. And then this extra long pointy tip is great as well. I keep buying the base because I like to have these all ready to go. But if you bought one of these, then you can just get the extra tips to go on that one and keep interchanging them. You don't have to be multiplying things like what I do. This has got that ball tip there for the embossing, and this is the die brush so that you can, if you wanted to, get all of these little holes open. You can see in my samples here, these ones were the second layer, and so they've got the things impressed in them, and I just like it like that, to be honest. But some of them are going to be cut out and looking just like that. Okay, when we put this card together, first of all, this little piece of this paper is not going to do it justice, but I've given you the exact same paper for your thin strip and your bigger rectangle. So you can kind of get the look of this gorgeous ombre paper. Like I said, you have to use a bigger piece to really see this in its glory. But look at that. Oh, it's going to blow my camera out probably. So we've got a darker shade, maybe you can see it there, a darker shade of the purple going up to like a light, vibrant shade. And this comes with 5 different colors of paper. Putting it flat so you can see it's lighter down here, darker into this corner. 5 different colors of paper in one pack, so no duplicates. This will be a part of my paper share though, so if you want to get like a little 6" by 6" piece, but I think, to be honest, it's best to get a full pack of paper of this for yourself. Then you can play to your heart's content, or you can just take it out and oogle it. So now I'm going to put this little strip on here. It is too long. I did my normal thing where I just made it a little bit too long. And that's so that we can have it nicely lining up with the edges, and we don't have to worry about it being a little bit too short. And I hope that you give yourself some grace as well. So you know that I do some things because I know that it's hard to cut paper in thin strips and have it be accurate for the length, or accurate for even sometimes curling. Sometimes when you were cutting it with your paper cutter, it kind of curls like that. So give yourself some grace, and don't expect yourself to be perfect either, because perfection is really hard to achieve. It's basically impossible. We've got 3 little dimensionals going on there. I don't know if you can see this, but I put the designer series paper all the way to the fold line, and I've got it equal and equal on the bottom. So you're going to have a little bit more of a border on the one side. And that's just playing around with you. Maybe that drives you crazy. And guess what? You can change it if you don't want it to be like that. So now that you've got this set, we can just come to the back side here, snip off that extra. Now it's perfect. So we're going to put some dimensionals on here. This card is a celebration of all things silver. I love silver, and we stopped offering many things in silver, to be honest. And now it's back, baby. So I've got our silver foil, which I used with our hybrid embossing folder. This is an embossing folder which actually fits a die nested into it. So when you slip this in, easier said than done, apparently. There we go. So you can hear it kind of click into place, and then now it's stuck. Then you can put your silver paper in here, and we are now offering our silver foil paper once again. Yay! And so I just stuck it in there, crank it through. With this one, I like to crank it through a couple of different ways. So I will crank it through once, and then I'll crank it through a second time like this. And it just seems to impress really well into the paper when you do that. And then once you open it up, you're going to have all these little sayings pop out. And I was so inspired by my friend Alana, who created this most gorgeous swap card that made me stop in my tracks, actually, when I received it in Mexico. And I was so inspired, I knew I had to make a version of her card. Now, is her card even prettier? I think so, actually. And so maybe that's just perfect, isn't it? She should have the more beautiful of the two cards. But I am excited with this version that we have here because I was able to incorporate some elements that I really wanted to show you. I'm going to put that celebrate there coming across. Tie my little piece of ribbon into a knot. It's not going to be a bow. It's going to be a knot. This is a fun ribbon, hey? It's like got a lot of life to it. It has a lot of texture. And as with everything, I'm going to snip off the ends here to make it look really polished. And a mini glue dot. Do you guys have enough mini glue dots in your stash? Or do you need some with free shipping? Free shipping. I just tuck this right in here like this. And I'm going to put this underneath. And then we have these fabulous new silver dots. They come in two different colors, two different sizes. So I put a big one and a small one at the top, and then a big one and a small one at the bottom. And ta-da, you've got your beautiful finished card with this fabulous metallic embossed saying. How beautiful, right? It's got a lot of interest going on there. Do you guys want to see Alana's card? So this is Alana Wharf, who is an artisan design team member of this current year. So if you check out her blog, she's got so many gorgeous inspirational ideas. But the difference with hers, she actually stamped her own designer series paper. So she took Lost Lagoon cardstock and inked it up with Lost Lagoon ink with that same this leaf here from the stamp set, and she stamped that around. She's got the same saying going on here. She did some gorgeous inking here. Oh, you know what I should do is do a little bit of splatter as well. How she did that, good thinking, Alana. So how she did that is she just takes the lid and from her marker, and then she just flicks. Oh, come on, baby. And that just adds this little speckle. Pretty. So here she's got some die cut pieces from the Pretty Peacock. And she's got Pretty Peacock gold ribbon and some twine there. This is a piece of designer series paper. And then I think she's used the ticket border punch or something here. to go in behind that piece of designer series paper. So there's the gorgeous inspiration, and I hope that we've done it justice here with some other silver elements that are really taking this card up a notch too. Oh, Lana, so talented, so great to see you. Okay, for this card here, I'm going to show you where these products come from. So annual catalog, why do I have this? Oh yeah, oh here it is. This designer series paper is in the 5 different colors, but each one of those sheets has 3 different colors on it. So you have to go online to see the exact colors that are included in that one. It's so beautiful though, and that silver embossing is done on every single one of them already for you. So pretty, right? Then we've got page 69, the Spotlight on Nature, which I want to show you these dies. They're just an excellent set of dies. Comes with so many of them, and they all nest. So you got these 2 here, that one and that one were the ones that I used, and you can see there's ones that are bigger and even ones that are smaller, some that have like this radial stitching, and then some of them have this petal impression, and some of them have this like notch, dash and dot. So Spotlight on Nature you can get with that stamp set, bundle and save 10%, and I think you're going to use these dies all the time. The stamp set too is just gorgeous. I mean, I love butterflies, love good florals and good greenery, and then it even has some speckles. Ah, that's what she did with the speckles. Where's her card again? Oh no, she didn't even, but you totally could. Oh, Alana, you just keep us guessing, don't you? On page 110, you can see the silver foil 12-inch by 12-inch paper. It comes in a pack of 2. Also new to this catalog is a textured metallic paper, and that comes in like a gold, a pewter, and kind of like a coppery looking color. And those we're going to be showing on the next card actually. The ribbon that I used on this card is number 14, which is the silver and white sheer ribbon. And on page 129, I used the Thoughtful Moments hybrid embossing folder, which has the dies that fit into the embossing folder, so you can get it all done in 1 crank, but I would recommend doing it in 2 cranks. Just that extra one is like an insurance crank, right? Now we've talked a lot about swaps. The last card here was a swap that I brought on my trips to share with others. I did a little bit of stamping on mine. I won't deceive you, but I actually don't have a copy of mine. But I did these stamps with the 2 airplanes here, and die cut those out, and then just did a little saying of flying by to say hi. But I'll show you the version that we're going to be making here because it includes die cuts. This is the card. It's a bookbinding fold. So it's adhered under this panel here on the left, and then it opens up just kind of like part way here. So let's get started. You're going to want, again, another neutral ink pad. I'm using Night of Navy, which is going to match this border color. And I'm using a larger saying here. I'm using You're the Best, Plain and Simple. And that's also from this Adventurous Sky. I really like this new set. I feel like it's different. We've had cartoony versions of this, and I feel like this is a more artistic version. And I really like the designer series paper that goes along with it. So I'm going to fold my cardstock base. You can fold this part up if you want to. I don't find that I have to use a bone folder to do that because I feel like I want it to lay flat that way. So I don't want to bend it up too much going the other way. Make sure you keep your industrial trinket there because you'll need that in a minute. I've got all different colors of linen thread, and we've got different colors of airplanes. You might have an orange or a red or even a blue. We're going to first of all just start matching up some of these pieces of designer series paper with their corresponding navy pieces. There's a third color combination that I gave stampers. So this one here featured this designer series paper and this fun cloud designer series paper. So it's going to look something like that. I don't have my sample done up yet because, like I said, we kind of were busy watching the hockey game last night. As a group, we decided, you know, let's just go and cheer on our Oilers. So I'm going to put this on as well. I did a sneaky thing where I stole that circle as well. You may see that in the coming months. Emerge on a project. I like to do that. So we're just centering it in these two different places, two different sections. Then for the inside, the adhesive that I like to use for this technique, just because there's so much motion on this card, my adhesive of choice is actually the tear and tape. So I'm going to put it just on the inner side here of this score line. And then I'm also going to put just a little bit up at the top and the bottom so that my twine has something to grip to and it doesn't just slide loosely. So I can take off the backing here. Again, take your pick tool is going to be your best friend when it comes to stuff like this. There we go. And now you have to decide what you want to do with your twine. You might have a piece of thinner twine that is kind of made super duper extra long and you can go around twice, or you can fold it in half and your bow will end up being a little bit thicker. Should we do that one just because it's different, or should I just show you the difference right here? So this is a twine that is red and whites. These are retired twines, you guys, but I wanted to give you a lot to play with, and this is the only way that I had it actually in my stash for you. Without waiting and doing this card next month. So this red and white was wrapped around the card 2 times and then tied in a single bow. This is this is a piece of twine that is folded in half, and then I'm going to wrap it around 1 time and then tie it in a bow like this. So you might want it to be thicker like that. You might want it to be thinner. I'll show you that anyways. So again, I've got my 2 ends there, and then I've got my connected piece here. So I've got it fully in half. And then I'm going to fold this back. I'm not going to press too much because, well, first of all, knowing how I am tonight, I'm probably going to want to switch this around or like massage the spacing a little bit. So if you press it down, then you're kind of set a little bit. I'm going to tie that in a knot, figure out where I want it to be, and then start tying it into a bow. If you're not a person who likes to tie bows, I wouldn't recommend tying 2 pieces of twine at a time because it can be a little bit more finicky. Just because you're having to grab 2 loops at the same time. But if you like the look of this, which I really do with this color, I found it maybe to be a little bit much with that red and white striped. You guys have to do this too, right? Don't expect your bows to just lay perfectly. You have to always massage them a little bit and convince them that that's how they want to lie. So now I've got that in place the way that I want it. If you wanted to, you could just grab it and pull it up and down at this point, but I'm happy with that. I'm going to press it into place and lock that adhesive onto that twine. Should we get our ink drying for this? So I said Night of Navy ink, a saying of your choice. Oh, take care, Priscilla. Have a good night. We've got You're the Best, plain and simple. Now I know that this is mounted kind of crooked. If you ever want to check it, you can stamp onto your grid and see how crooked it is. This is just me putting my sticker on crooked. So I can fix it with my heat tool. I'll do that at a later time. But now I know I have to stamp that plane up a little bit. No, it's down a little bit. Well, we'll see. Hey, look at that. It was down a little bit. I got it perfect though. Overthought it a little bit, but hey, there we go. Okay, I'm going to take my scissors and just snip this kind of at an arbitrary angle. I'm going to do a sneaky little thing here, and that is I'm going to put a dimensional under this end, but I'm not going to put a dimensional under this end because I don't want to add too much bulk under this big embellishment. So on the back side here, oops, now it's stuck onto that wet spot. So just a dimensional there, and Stamp and Seal over on this side. I can put it on. You might want to adhere, before you press that on too much, you might want to adhere the industrial trinket on here. There we go. Industrial trinket. That goes on there. And now that's glued on. I have enough room there. I'm so happy about that placement. Now I can go from the back side and just snip off. Now let's put our finishing touches on with our little airplane here. Make sure, uh-oh, it's my propeller missing. Take a look. Oh, look at this, you guys. I'm so glad that happened to me because now I can get you looking for it too. So stuck down in the bottom of my little clear envelope is my propeller. So make sure you grab that out. You won't want to forget that. This is a really cool die, which actually layers over top of another die. So we decided to do, this is Kathy and I brainstorming for you. We decided to do metallics, and then like the body of the plane would be a solid color. So you'll notice that these little pieces here need to be popped out. You can use your die brush to quickly pop those out. There's some over here. There's even some around the wheels. So that helps to kind of pop them out. But you might actually, which I'm noticing here, you might need to go in with your actual stabby tool and just pop some of them out. I also take my fingernail just behind and kind of pop those out. Kathy does such a great job of doing so much die cutting for us. And, you know, I just say to her, you know what, it's okay to spread the work around a little bit. And the stampers can pop out some of those little pieces too. That's a-okay. Don't spend your too much time on it, right? Sometimes they just fly out. This part here actually pops out as well. I do that. It's cool. So when you're putting this on, you could put a combination of glues on. You could put it on with a combination of glues. I'm speaking like Yoda tonight. My sentence structure is all out of whack. Okay, there's one more piece there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit onto the wheels with my Tombow. If you're searching this up online, you'll have to search multi-purpose adhesive. This top wing actually hangs over, so you don't need anything on the back side of that top wing. Now, as I stick it on, I'm just going to line up this back tail fin, line up the front of the plane. Hopefully then the wheels line up too. Can you guys see? This is like the different metallics. So this is the silver, and this is from that textured metallic, that 3-pack that I was just showing you. Now for the propeller, you could definitely put it on with some more Tombow. I might do that. Or with this one here, which I'm not too happy about actually. I put it on with a glue dot, which I kind of rolled into a ball, and it made it too thick. So maybe don't put it on with a glue dot, put it on with some kind of adhesive that is in the liquid form. Now, just being so gentle with that, you might want to put that propeller on after you've finished putting this onto your card. I got a little ahead of myself there. Got so excited about finding it in my envelope. There we go. Yeah, I'm Mondaying it again, you guys. I got Tombow adhesive everywhere. Okay, let's put this onto our card and then do it in the proper order in which I should have shown you to begin with, which I did on that card too. But anyways, here we go. You've got your finished airplane on our fabulous little card. It's kind of like classic aviation style, right? Like I'm thinking of like those old airplane hangars. I'm itching to go to Fort Edmonton. I can't wait. It opened up this last weekend. We've got season tickets for this summer, and we were going to try to go on Thursday, but I don't know. It's looking like it might be a little bit rainy, so we might do Tell-Us Roll of Science instead. I don't know. This is for early dismissal day. You know where we're going to be in Thursday night, right? Watching the Oilers. On page 37, you can see this Take to the Sky collection. It comes with the Adventurous Sky stamp set and the dies that go along with it. There's also this really cute banner which you can have flying behind the plane. You've got a few different planes to work with. These ones are actually cutting out the stamped images, and then there's the plane that we used on our card, which is like a standalone die cut plane. Again, with the clouds, you can cut out the stamped images, or you can just use the dies by themselves. The propellers come in a pack of 2 so that you don't have to lose them, and it's really great because then you can cut out 2 at a time. The industrial trinkets, you put adhesive on the back of those. I like a glue dot on the back of those, but they're really hefty. Aren't they nice? I think they've got a really good feel to them. And as always with my cards, I like to keep the embellishments down where people feel them, and I find like the bottom right and left corners of the card always have people touching them. So I don't know, do you overthink your cards like this too? The Take to the Sky Designer Series paper is double-sided, and it's got this fabulous pattern in it, which actually includes a whole bunch of pieces which you can cut apart and make different elements on your cards or go into pocket pages. So 4 inches by 6 inches, 3 inches by 4 inches, and then a whole bunch of tags down here at the bottom, including some really awesome imagery that's different. It's not on any of the other sheets. Fun, right? So you get 2 of those and then 2 of each of the other patterns too. So let's see, what's one of my other favorites? This is one that I have a lot of left. This kind of reminds me of like a little boy's room, right? Do you get the same sort of feeling? And then this is kind of like patchwork of riveted panels onto the side of an airplane. This one's another really pretty one. You could use this one with a whole bunch of different designs, a whole bunch of different elements, probably even some from those ephemera packs, right? You could probably use it with the balloons, the hot air balloons and things like that. Let's just see. Something for everything, if there's something in here. Oh, so cute. I just love these packs. You could do a sky background and have these cacti in the front. That'd be fun. Or this cowboy riding across. You could put this cute little rainbow in front of it. So think about mixing and matching. Oh, look at this. There is a hot air balloon and it's so perfect. You could even have like a ripped sheet of like navy and have these little boats on them. That would look adorable too, right? How about the bird over top? That'd be pretty. I want you guys to think about those ephemera packs because I really think that you're going to love playing around with those. It's like somebody's done the stamping and the die cutting for you. Just make your life so much easier. On page 110, that textured metallic specialty paper. I wish I had another pack of that one to show you, but it's like it comes in our 3 in colors from before, like our wild wheat, pebbled path, and copper clay, and they're like a metallic and a texture. So let's see here. Nope, I don't have that 3rd color. The ribbon that we're using here, like I said, it's baker's twine, but it's retired, just so that I would have enough for you guys in the colors that matched. You can get baker's twine in a few different multi-packs. This one here, up at the top, where do they have that shown? The linen thread, and then there's the baker's twine essentials pack. So number 2, that includes 5 spools, crumb cake, white, black, gray granite, and vanilla. So you get 5 yards of some of them and 10 yards of the other ones. And I think that's a great one for your collection. Similar, but a lot thicker is number 10, the jute trim pack. That comes in our 5 in colors that have carried over from the last catalog. And then on number 17 there, we've got balmy blue, flirty flamingo, and lemon lolly in a little pack there too. So lots of twines to choose from. On page 129, we used nothing. Why did I have this? Nope, that's tagged on the wrong page as well. Oh boy, you guys. That was one final hurrah. So now I want to know, this is maybe the hard part, or maybe it's easy for you this time. Do you have one of these cards which you just love, 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 like that has inspired you, that you want to recreate? Maybe it taught you a new technique that you haven't learned before, or maybe it reminded you of something that you did learn before and you just can't wait to do again. Which one do you like the best? Even on the replay, I would love to see you guys commenting along and letting me know. You can even send me a message if you want to. I love it when I receive messages with pictures of your guys' cards that you create along with all of the supplies that you have in your little stash. That's what I love about Card Club, is that it's such a wonderful way to introduce you to new things, but also to get you using some items from your stash. So remember, free shipping until midnight tonight. I am so excited that we got to craft together. Whether you're watching the replay, whether you're watching live, it's so special to me to know that I'm sending these projects off to you through the mail or picking up from my front porch, and that we get to craft these and have this inspiration together. So thank you very, very much for joining me, and I hope to stamp with you again very, very soon.